was your summer vacation? Good? I hope so. Let's continue with the announcements then, shall we? Before we get to the announcements, actually, I know a lot of you have had questions since the last week of school last year, and you want answers. What happened after? We've spent all summer hunting her down. It's the reason why a lot of you students, mostly supernaturals, couldn't do a lot of stuff without at least 2 adults with you. Kiska is not to be taken lightly. She has no shame in what she does, whether it's to keep herself alive or because she's bored. Until she's caught, please stay on school grounds when you're supposed to. No ditching. Don't be alone. And don't be out before the sun rises or after the sun sets. With that said, one more announcement before the normal stuff. Good news, everyone! Our dearly beloved Principal McAdam is pregnant again. Been pregnant. But luckily, she's not due till halfway in December. So, just before winter break. And said she'll try not to be gone for 3 months this time. So wish her some congrats, especially since she's carrying triplets. Wish her good luck. Now, on to the rest of the announcements. 'Cause by now, you should have gotten your schedules and paperwork handed to you. As you can see, none of the teachers have changed since last year. Luckily. I know, no eye candy again this year. But that's okay. You need to focus on your studies, right? So now, let's go over the basic rules and stuff. The boring stuff. No running, jumping, yelling, screaming, howling, flying in the halls. No biting students, teachers, and faculty members. No food fights. Follow dress code. Meaning keep pants up over your butt. Skirts and dresses and shorts must be long enough to touch knees without them hanging off your butt. Straps to be as wide as a ruler. No high heels, slippers, open-toe shoes, and flip-flops. And also no steel-toe boots. Also, your pajamas are not considered school appropriate. Don't care that the sleep pants goes past the knees and the shirt covers. Unless it's pajama day here, wear normal clothes and leave the sleep clothes in bed. Yes, I know this sounds very familiar. After 5 seasons, it should. What? Anyway, we have an anti-bullying law. You get caught, you get a strike. 3 strikes, and you get 3 months detention. Principal McAdam doesn't see suspension as punishment. But having you miss out on doing things you want to do and instead clean the school or help a teacher is. Don't bother asking if being in a sport or cheerleading and dance troupe gets you out of it. It doesn't. Only time you can reschedule your detention with the principal is if you have a school assignment with a teacher or rehearsal for theater, orchestra, choir, or band. And if you let her know ahead of time. Now, don't think that just because no one is around, that no one would see. We have eyes all over the school. You might even find one winking at you from a hall or a ceiling. So if you don't want to get in trouble, miss out on things, and don't want to clean for 3 months, don't do it. Easy enough, right? Also, keep in mind, the VP and I are the ones that dole out the punishments. And we do share the principal's views on suspension, not a punishment. But we do decide what the punishment is. And for those that have been here long enough, you know who my dad is. And I'm a lot like the big red guy. Keep that in mind. Anyway, no weapons of any kind, both non-magical and magical, no magical charms or artifacts. If you need it, get a paper from me to fill out and get it approved by both principal and teacher before you start bringing it to school. Now, all that stuff is done. Real quick, I won't be starting my usual stuff till next week at the earliest. Okay? But for now, let's do today's lunch specials. For healthy, we have a spinach salad with honey mustard dressing, cheese, almonds, cranberries, and egg. Yeah, that's healthy, all right. For vegan, we have tofu wraps. I like to know how some of you can eat so much of this stuff. I mean, it has no flavor. If you put flavor on it, do you put flavor on it? I'm curious. I just don't know how you can be happy eating it. And then regular special is spicy pulled pork sandwiches. Yay! Those are tasty. And then you have a choice of potato crisps, veggie fries, fruit cups, apples, bananas, french fries, chili fries. Yum! Oh, and nachos! Yeah! Water, milk, chocolate milk, strawberry milk, soda, coffee, and sugar-free energy drinks. Right, because we need our students to be extra hyper. And those are the basics. So if you're new students, when you hear me say, and then we have the basics, that's what I'm talking about. Now, at this point, I usually have a fun fact or quote. I'm just going to say, it's the first day of the year. Enjoy it while it lasts. For some, this is the last first day of school. Enjoy the time you have in school while it lasts. My name is Lexis Amelia DeVolo, and have a great week. Hey you guys, KattMcAdam here. Season 6. I can't believe we're at Season 6. I honestly don't know when I'll actually be done with this podcast, but as long as we have fun, why stop? But anyway, if you want to keep up to what else we do outside of YouTube, I have a Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. If you want to help support this little channel, I do have a Ko-fi as well as a Patreon. For $1, I'll give you a shout out. Speaking of, thank you my Patreon Mimi Art and John. Now, without further ado, if you like today's episode, hit that like button. If you want to see more, we do have food try videos. Hit that subscribe button. And if you want to know when these come out, hit that bell and make it ring, 'cause school is back in session. Catch you later, students.